Hello, scenery guys and gals. In this episode on Train Details by Gus, we're going to repurpose a group of string lights, commonly called fairy lights, to light up the buildings on my layout. Let's have some fun. The strands of 10 lights are powered by 3 button batteries. I intend to make them less needy by removing the batteries. I found a wall wart phone charger, which should give me a good power source. This unit changes the 110 volt AC to 4.8 volt DC. That will be a good power supply for this project. I want to avoid a potential fire hazard with these lights overheating inside a plastic or wood building, so I did a temperature check. It should be just fine. I'm going to work with the wires from these strands just as if I was putting power to my track, and do that by running a bus line below the deck to each building. For the bus wire, I used a solid 20 gauge wire and then used a terminal block to connect it all together. Right here is the area and buildings I am going to light up: the maintenance of way and the mining buildings. I will use 1 light in the boxcar shop, 1 light in the speeder shed, 4 lights in the mine office buildings, 3 lights in the old ore tipple, and 6 lights in the elevator shaft / employee break room. The wires are quite small, so using a tweezer type tool helps hold and manipulate them around the bus wire. Wrapping them securely and making sure that each pair of drop wires are tight and on the correct polarity prior to soldering will help in the success of this project. I've been using this liquid tape product to cover the small connections. It covers quite well. Just brush on a coat, let that dry, and brush on a second layer, and the bare wires have a coat of insulation. Now, this is a retrofit project, so after making careful measurements and after drilling the holes up through the bottom, I then guided the wires up and in and then secured the loose wires. My measurements were not so accurate for the speeder shack. I had to rebuild the front wall and door. My bad. Since I will have a good non-battery power source, I wanted to add another lighted feature. This older LED draws more power but should be fine. I'm using fiber optics for this one. So drill a hole, clean it out, and glue it to the fiber optic strand. This gives light to the fire truck. Now, I'm not an electrician, but reasoning told me to wire these features in order to protect the little lights. Wiring them this way with the little ones on the end reduces the surge of power at startup. This is how I use the terminal strip. Power's on one side, jumpers on the other, trying to keep it all neat. And there's room to expand. This is the result of using these little lights as drop feeders, lighting up my buildings, and using a DC power source to power it all. I hope this little project has entertained you for a few minutes. Thanks for watching. And check out some of my other videos. Thanks a lot. Gus out.